These are all glitches you have to know in Minecraft Bedrock 1.20. If you already found a good mountain biome in your Minecraft world, then you probably have access to a good snow source, because we'll need that for our first glitch. Because we can craft this into snow blocks, and then we can craft this snow into top snow. And once you got some top snow, you can place it in stacks of 2 on the floor, and then you just have to change your perspective to second or third mode. And as you can see, if we hover just above the top snow, then we can use it as an X-ray glitch. You can see all the caves, there is a nearby ravine, and you can do this literally everywhere. Next, I've got a method to let sniffer eggs hatch very quickly. What you have to do in order to get this is to place down a sticky piston facing sideways. You want to remove the 2 blocks in front of it and replace them with moss blocks. Then you want to place the sniffer egg right in front of the sticky piston. Now you want to place 3 stone bricks or some other solid blocks on top of that sticky piston. Remove the block right here, replace it with a redstone repeater facing sideways. Then at this side you want to place some redstone dust, and at the other side you want to place a redstone torch. This should create a redstone clock like this, and you can place a lever at the side of one of these blocks and flick it if you want to turn it off. You just have to leave it on for about 10 minutes. As you can see, it got all these particles and it hatched sooner or later. Now once you got it hatched, what you have to do is to just shut the machine off, and then you can remove the entire machine. Now whenever you place a sniffer egg on one of these 2 moss blocks, as you can see, it will hatch very quickly. As you can see, you can repeat this as often as you want to. It will be very quick every time, and just take you 2 seconds to hatch them. The next one is an all item duplication glitch for all single player worlds. You only need the nether portal and a shulker box with all your items that you want to duplicate. Then you want to go in the nether. Then you want to ensure that you are in a safe environment. Once you make that sure, what you want to do is just to save and quit your game. Now before we can actually do the duplication glitch, I recommend copying the world, because you might lose some items in this process, but this is very rare. So now in order to perform the duplication glitch, what you want to do is to jump in the portal, place down the shulker box, and as soon as you are in the overworld, you want to quit the game without saving. On console you do this via the console menu and press quit application. On PC you just have to press Alt F4, and on mobile you just have to close the tab. Now let's do this. I jump in the portal, I place down my shulker box, and now I wait until I am at the overworld. And as soon as I'm in the overworld again, so right now, I exit the game. Now, as you can see, I'm back in the world. I got my blue shulker box in my inventory filled with all the items that I wanted to duplicate. And I got the shulker box on the nether floor as well, also with all the items that I wanted to duplicate. By the way, as you can see, you can even do this with bottles of enchanting, giving you a suitable experience duplication method. You can repeat this as often as you want, just make sure that you save the game before you do this every time, and please make a copy of your world. Now, if you don't have a shulker box or you just don't want to use one, then you can do this with a regular chest, or let's say a barrel as well. Now in order to do this, you just have to place down your chest and then save and quit the game. Once you're back in your world, you just want to put all the items you want to duplicate in the chest, do it fairly quick, then jump in the portal. And again, as soon as we get to the overworld, you want to exit the game. As you can see, it worked again. I have the items in my inventory, and I have them in the chest as well, as you can see here. Now, if it doesn't work for you first try, then just try it again. You can also test different timings, maybe wait longer or shorter. If you got the perfect timing, then it will work every time. Now I got another duplication glitch for you, and I recommend doing this one in the nether as well, because it will be faster, but I show you how to do this in the overworld as well. First of all, what you have to do is to place down a row out of dirt blocks, and on top of these dirt blocks you want to place some drip leaves like this. Now in front of these drip leaves you want to place some levers, and you want to flick all of them, as you can see right here. And now what happens if you place gravity blocks on them is that they won't drop down, but they will glitch around like this. You can do this with all kinds of gravity blocks, including gravel, anvils. You can do this with dragon axe as well, as you can see, with sand, and also all kinds of concrete. Now how to use this to duplicate them is very simple as well. you just have to go in the nether portal and then go back into the nether. And as you can see, once we are back in the nether, they will have duplicated. As you can see, the blocks are still on top of the dripplies and glitching around, but you have some of them dropped and you can collect them. It's also very easy to replicate it. Just go back to the overworld and enter the nether portal again, and they will duplicate every time you do this. If you want to do this in the overworld only, the setup is the same, so place some dripplies, levers in front of them to power them, then the gravity blocks on top of them, but instead of going through the nether portal, you have to save and quit the game. As you can see, that will work just the same. Since the update, big mobs like horses cannot fit into boats anymore, as you can see. But there's a trick to get them into. As you can see, baby horses or any kind of other baby big mobs will fit in the boat, and you can simply feed them to get big. As you can see, we now have a grown up horse and it is in the boat. We can also sit on them so they are fully functional. They probably will fix this method, so if you want to get an illegal in your world, then do it now. Last but not least, an all item duplication glitch for all worlds, including realms and servers. As you can see, we are in the end because this is the only dimension where it will work properly. And what you want to do is to get to a Y level of about 12. It is not important that it is exactly 12, it just has to be below Y16. Now, of course, in survival mode, you can easily come down right here using some water and just place blocks continuously. Now what you want to do is to get to a chunk edge, and I have a nice resource pack where you can actually see these chunk edges. As you can see right here, we have a chunk edge. In between these two blocks is the chunk border, as you can see from the little map in the corner. Now I built myself a small platform. Still, the chunk border is right in between these two blocks at this line. Now, one block away from the chunk border, you want to place a sticky piston, and you want to place a chest in front like this. Then you want to power the sticky piston using a lever, and you just want to flick it like this. As you can see now, if we destroy all the blocks in the chunk besides the chest, then the chest is the only block in that new chunk. This is very important because otherwise the glitch won't work. Now you want to put the items in the chest, and then we need the game to remember this exact situation, so save and quit the game. Once you're back in the game, you can flick the lever, and then the chest will get pushed in the old chunk. And now you just have to go right to the middle of your end island, right to the end portal, and you want to jump into it. And as soon as you are in the overworld, what you want to do is to save and quit the game. Then right here you want to wait some seconds, maybe exit the menu and press play again. At least this is what you have to do if you are on a regular world, so wait about 10 to 20 seconds. If you are on a realm, however, I recommend waiting at least 3 minutes, because otherwise you might not have the items in the chest. So already at this point, if you don't have any items in the chest later, then this is probably because you didn't wait long enough. But now let's go back into the world and check if you duplicated the items. Of course, in order to do this, you want to re-enter the end dimension again. Now let's check if we duplicated the items. If we duplicated them, we should have 2 chests with all these same items in them. And as you can see, we got them right here. And in this chest, they are as well. Let me tell you that this didn't work first try for me, but waiting longer fixed the problem. So now these were all the glitches that you have to know in Minecraft Bedrock 1.20. Let me know if I missed one. If you want to get in contact with me, you can do this in the comment section or on my Discord server. And then I hope we'll see us again in the next video. See ya!